Hey, welcome back to the garden. This week's been, well, a little bit of cleanup. There's a whole lot more to get done and some seed starting, so let's take a look. So if we start with the tomato bed, pretty much everything in here is dead. I tried to pull out some of these cages and they're in the ground pretty good. So I'm going to rip those out later and probably water the ground to make it a little softer to do. Thai chili bed, I pulled out all of the supports. By supports, I mean all of these stakes. Did the same with the tomatoes, because all this stuff's coming out. My plan is to essentially run over the entire thing with a weed whacker. Well, a hedge trimmer probably, and just kill off all the stuff that's growing, cover it with cardboard. Though I did make an interesting discovery just a few minutes ago. One of my pepper plants survived the freeze and is putting on quite a bit of fresh pepper. So I'll probably harvest those and they'll end up in potluck tomorrow, fried rice tomorrow. On the La Boya chilies, this end was never planted. I do actually have another, that's not it. This pepper plant partially survived the freeze and is also putting on fresh peppers. So I'm not sure quite what I'm going to do with that. And once again, I have a bunch I need to harvest. If I move down, the Soleil, I just took a hedge trimmer and flattened all that. I was going to compost it, but you can see that pile over there. It was all woody, so it's not going to compost well. I am leaving the roots in the ground because, well, frankly, it'll help break up the clay soil, and I got really heavy clay soil in here. I need to cut that off. I may put cardboard over this bed, or I may just leave it. The Soleil kind of reseeds itself. Like, whether you want to or not, it's going to reseed like crazy. And even outside the bed, like that was one of them growing there. That's a Soleil plant growing there, just because we didn't mow them enough. So next year, this bed's going to be more Soleil. Over here, I've got cardboard over this next bed. The idea is the cardboard prevents light from getting in there. No light means no photosynthesis, which means no weeds. And then the same thing with that bed. I need to do a better job of cardboarding this, but that's partially cardboarded. I used a hedge trimmer just to cut under here, like down both sides, so I could get the cardboard in. And I still obviously have a lot of weeds that need to come out, or not weeds, but dead vines from last year. I'm hoping that just breaks apart easier if I just leave it for a while, let it dry out more. My plan for next year is that's going to be my Soleil bed. Those beds, those three, I have no idea what, those might just be like experimental corn and probably Swiss chard in one of them. This outer bed is going to be peppers, and the one closest to the house is going to be tomatoes. Well, let's go inside. Oh, let me talk to the chickens, then we'll go inside. And, oh, there. Okay, let me grab my egg basket, and then we'll go talk to the chickens. And then go inside and look at the seed starts. I'm not sure if you heard him in the background, but over there, my rooster Barty has become a rooster, and he started crowing, and well, he's working on his romantic abilities. Okay, let me grab eggs. So far, my younger flock is not sleeping in the big coop. They're in a smaller temporary coop. But, oh, there goes Barty. With Barty getting older and puberty, that's kind of shaken up everything in the flock dynamics. Hey girl, you keep growing your feathers. Okay. Looks like only 2 eggs today in here, but they are finally laying in the nesting boxes. So just 2 eggs today. With the short days, it's kind of expected. I'm actually surprised I'm getting this many eggs. Smile for the camera. There she is. 2 eggs. Big ones, though. And the new little flock. Here's Barty. I'm gonna have to feed these guys later. At this point, they're going through almost 30 pounds of feed per week. Okay, let's go inside. So, indoors, seeds finally got started. Actually, just yesterday evening, so nothing's come up. Basically, this is empty. It's going to be Swiss chard eventually. This one is Roma tomatoes on one side, Abe Lincoln tomatoes on the other. This one's completely Roma tomatoes. That's going to be my Thai chilies, and that's my La Boya chilies. Now, when I went and planted all these, my tomato seed is old, so these are ridiculously overseeded with, trying to grab the packet, these things. And I just dumped the entire packets because they're old. Hopefully stuff comes up. For the peppers, it's brand new, relatively new. These just got picked yesterday and planted there. And then some of the leftovers actually ended up in my dinner. So that should be fresh seed and it should come up. I did use seeds from multiple pods. Just with the idea I'll get a little extra genetic diversity in the garden.